With another draw, so Magnus Carlsen will be playing the tiebreak.
Number one, right? That's what they're showing with their, choice of opening systems with white.
Right. Wow, classic Magnus just coming to the board.
Oh, he feels better today.
A few seconds away from the starting time. Just a few seconds, like 4 seconds away, actually.
We can see that the hair looks completely different today.
Yeah, so he's more motivated
there.
Yeah,
well, he feels better.
He feels better.
I think so. I mean, okay, like he said he'd had the food poisoning for already a couple of days, so today's day 3, so maybe, it's finally just he's feeling more or less normal.
Yeah. We'll see, because, wow, I also want to see them playing in the tiebreaks because, well, Magnus has quite a high percentage in winning the tiebreaks that he has ever done in his life. So I think going into the tiebreak is also probably,
He's got E4,
E4
is on the board. Okay. All right. So we're going to see probably E4, E5. Oh, is Pragg actually
thinking of C5, maybe?
Yeah, is he surprised by this move? Because I don't think it's a big surprise. Carlsen has gone for D4 in this tournament, for example, against Ariantari. That was a Nimzo. He's also gone for D4 against Ivanchuk. That was some kind of a Catalan.
Right.
But, of course, he's used D4 a lot. And let's see. Okay, E5, yeah.
E4, E5 it is. Yep.
Rapid game against Caruana that he showed, I think, great understanding in the structures. The one that he needed a draw in, but he was actually outplaying Fabian.
Right, so I think we'll see knight f3 soon on the board. Yeah,
I think so.
unless Carlsen is thinking to play some sort of a Vienna, but I doubt it.
Yeah, so he started adjusting his pieces after he'd made his first move. All right, knight f3. Knight c6. Is it going to be an Italian the way Fabi was trying, or is he going to go for a Spanish?
Good question.
And
no,
it's another one. It's the knight coming out.
So it's almost like a 4 knights if Praggnanandhaa plays, yes, knight f6. So it's officially a 4 knight opening.
Wow.
So now it's d4 or bishop b5.
Or is there like
a3?
G3?
G3 also, yeah. It could be many moves.
Right, so bishop b5 is played here a little bit more often than d4.
Yep. So yeah, bishop b5 is one of the main
It's a little bit of a surprise, right, by Magnus going for this, because this is not like considered, I think, the main theoretically testing way to play, right, with knight c3.
Right. There is a very trendy line in these 4 knights actually to make a draw. So I don't know. It looks like Magnus looks better today. Okay, bishop b5. So that drawing line that I was mentioning, it was with d4. So okay, bishop b5 promises us that this is going to be quite a game.
Okay, did he just play knight d4? Yeah, that's one of the main moves, right?
I think it's...
Does he have the knight in the center? Or did he...
We will have to move soon.
Yes,
yeah,
knight d4 because we see Magnus capturing on d4, ed.
Yep.
And is this the line that you're talking about that is very quiet actually after e5? Is this where everything gets traded?
The lines as well. There's a drawing line in this too. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, well, hold on. I mean, right now all the pieces are coming off the board, right?
Right.
The knights are coming off the board, so is this Magnus just saying that he wants to...
Just to make a draw?
Just to get into the tiebreaks tomorrow?
That's possible.
I kind of feel that's what we're seeing, actually.
Yeah.
Because this is not where white goes trying to play for a win, right? No, this is like just a famous drawing line.
Yep, and you go straight into the endgame.
Wow. So Magnus wants to end it today. He wants to get another day.
Just to play the tiebreak.
To recover, actually.
Right.
I mean, I'm not shocked, I think, given the information that he gave us. Right? And I'm not saying it's, like, inappropriate at all, because, you got to do, what your body allows you to do, right? And if he thinks he's going to have better chances tomorrow, then I totally understand. But, yeah, I think that's what we're going to see. Short game today.
Right. And maybe tomorrow, well, yeah, at least there will be one tiebreak match. But yeah, we'll stay on this game for a bit more, and then we'll take a look at the other board.
Is he gonna play queenie too? Is he just gonna get the queens off the board right away?
That's possible, right? I think that's the whole
you can either
idea about this.
castle or play queenie too. So he's probably he's reaching for the queen. Okay, so the queens are gonna come off the board, and Prague is gonna get easy draw with the black pieces.
Right. So you may play queen e6 here. You also may play queen e7. It would be pretty funny though if
we only had one game to watch, Irene. Imagine like we had one game to watch and this one ends in like 15 minutes. That would be so sad. Unfortunately, we also have Fabiano versus Abbasov, where Fabi is going to be doing his best to stay in this match.
Yeah, and that game is also in Sicilian, so yeah, there should be some fireworks on the board.
So both of these moves are possible to block. Queen e6 is a bit more popular. Probably that's what Prague is going to play, because I guess if they take me, maybe you can capture towards the center. I kind of like that a little bit more for black. That's why, white generally does not actually make that trade. And white goes castles. And then, after castles, does white then make the trade? No, they don't. They just play rook e1. Which makes sense to me, because you don't really want to be doing that and helping them, open up their rook. And helping them capture towards the center. So, I mean, you can't be that desperate for a trade, right? I would not be playing that move. So this makes sense. Yeah, it's interesting because, Prague is here, like, just being like, okay, I think I understand his intentions. He wants to get to a draw. What do I need to do to make it happen? And he is still thinking.
Yeah, so, I mean, tiebreak is also a pretty good chance for Praggnanandhaa as well. He's younger, and probably he has more energy, and he played more tiebreaks here in the World Cup, so he's quite experienced too. And I think it's just due to personal reason that Magnus decides to move on to the tiebreak. Because it has nothing to do with Praggnanandhaa, I guess. It's just because, I mean, Praggnanandhaa is a very capable player in the rapid and blitz as well. So, yeah, I think, Magnus just want to take it easy today, have more resting hours, and just get ready for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, the tiebreak will be at 2 p.m. So 1 hour earlier than scheduled.
Oh, that's good that you told me that. It's close to my wake-up time. Yeah. So this way I can plan it better. Okay, that's good to know, because there is going to be a closing ceremony tomorrow too. Yes, and we know these tie breaks, sometimes they go on for like 5 hours.
Yeah, totally. And seeing how they play and how they perform, it will not be a surprise if they go for like a few games in the sudden death. These 3 minutes plus 2 seconds increment. So, okay, queen e6 is on the board. And yeah, so normally white plays just castle without taking on e6 and castle bishop c4, forcing the trade. Yeah. Well, I guess we can. I mean, should we stay on this game, or we can come back to it, because they can't draw until move 30. So they're not really going anywhere. There's no 3-move repetitions, I think. Right, but I just want to quickly point out here, like queen e6, okay, we might be seeing the exchange of queens soon on the board, yeah? But the good thing about it is, you know what? What? You're not going to blunder your queen if you trade it. Yeah. Was there a chance that someone could blunder their queen? No. It's just a joke. Okay, I think we can move on to the next game if you want. Yeah, let's take a look at Magnus is looking away from the board. Prague is thinking. So one move happened after queen e6, and it was the move bishop f4. Well, he's attacking this pawn. Right. So how to defend it? Probably c6 and then d5, right? Actually seems pretty logical. I wonder what the idea is. So, like, let's say c6 happens. Is he just going to go, like, bishop c4? But then d5, right?
If you go bishop d3, still d5.
So maybe you have to take first?
Well, I really don't want to take. I really don't want to take that queen.
But I think this c6 is you know, your bishop on c8 is kind of blocked because all the pawns are on the light square. Maybe it's a provocation.
But it's going to get unblocked. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think he's just going to move the bishop away.
No, I mean if you take on e6 first.
If you take on e6.
How do you take it back?
Yeah,
yes,
like
and
that.
then bishop d3. And I'll put my bishop on e5 and stop it unless you play d6, but there is b4.
Okay. Well, you could try taking. Yeah, I mean, of course, DE is like completely fine, but let me try my more ambitious approach. Bishop d3. So you're saying if I go there, okay, like my bishop is still kind of blocked. Although I think I'm okay with my stronger center. Yeah, like I think I will, be absolutely fine here. But maybe I'm wrong. Bishop e5 castles.
Yeah, castle.
And some sort of positional advantage, yeah, based on this bishop. You can maybe put the king on d2, the rook on e1. Maybe I played d5 a little too soon. Maybe I need to maintain flexibility. Actually, let's take the tempo first. Yeah, of course. Let's attack the bishop. At least get that tempo and see where you go. So if you go here, maybe we can try. I don't know. Can we go e5 because you can't really take it because of rook e8. And then maybe I play d6. So maybe I have time to set up my pawns like this. Let's say I go here, you castle somewhere, some way, right? And then I go d6. So I think I was just in time because now b4 is harmless.
Right. Yeah, this could be it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Bishop f4 doesn't seem like a very scary move, but it's hard for white to really scare black when they go into this line.
Also, if you don't want to deal with those lines, you just play bishop b6, yeah? And there's simply nothing's wrong with that move.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the one thing you don't want to do is like castles and give up the pawn, because then I don't think you can like wind up trapping the bishop.
Yeah, I don't think so.
There's
b4.
always b4 ideas, yeah? I mean, you could try, we could look at it, but it's a risky way to play.
You can take it first, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, or I mean, even b4 looks
even
quite
before
okay.
Immediately.
I think so. Oh, but then it gets kind of fun. Look at this line. Okay. I think we stumbled onto some amazing computer line. Oh, look at that. If you take like that, it's a discovery, and then I win your bishop back, and I'm trying to basically win this bishop. Okay. But anyway, Prague took on e6.
Yeah, just to...
sorry, on e2, yeah. So now Magnus probably captures with the bishop. Oh, he took with the king. Okay.
And still offering the c6, d5 idea. Yeah, what about now? I think it is completely fine. c6, d5. I think I like Black's position better. Just because of the pawn structure, but okay. It's very minor, yeah? Like the advantage is just very slightly.
Bishop d3, d5, and I guess he's going to put his king on f3. Is that his idea?
Yeah,
maybe
that's
put
probably
the king on f3 and just go rook e1. So d5 is on the board. It's interesting in this position where white can sort of do anything. Like, what's white going to go for? There's also b4. There's b4 and a4. You can like try to get some space on the queen side. So like, for example, something like that, like this. I don't really know if we're accomplishing much, but we can try.
But I like this idea, putting the king on f3.
Yeah.
You're just getting ready for the end game because
But I think he does actually want to take a bit of space over here. Because otherwise, you're right, like Black's pawn structure is just a little bit better, so White is really like, doesn't have anything to do at all. You can play queen king f3, it's normal, but maybe at least take a little bit of space, give black something to think about, and it doesn't seem harmful. Like, I don't feel like it. Well, on the other hand, I don't know. Maybe if you go here and try to attack me from this side.
Yeah, that could be. Yep. And now maybe the king will park on d2 anyway. Yeah. So you play some sort of like rook e1.
Yeah.
Or I like this idea. What about
this, right?
What about if we play instead of a4 in this position? Yeah, after bishop e7, bishop e5, and put the bishop on d4.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about that, but there's f6 and b6, right? So they can try f6 and then b6.
But that
gets a little sharp.
Are you sure you want to
play
push?
c5? Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I kind of wanted to pretend like I was threatening that. And you're trying to say that like I'm a little weak over here, yeah? Like I can't really move my rook easily.
Unless you castle, but yeah.
You kind of keep the king here. Yeah, you can play bishop e5. But the funny thing is, like, I think what we're watching, right? I mean, just so our viewers don't get tricked, is like we kind of know what both of the players are like are agreeable to here. I would be very surprised if like this really becomes a full-fledged fight, So that's just not really how you start the game when that's what you're looking for.
It's already like a gesture usually by white player.
Yes.
If you're going into this line, you're not looking for anything special.
Right. So he just played c4.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that neutralized the center kind of, because you don't want to play d4 in this position, do you?
Yeah.
Right? So maybe this pawn will be traded off and we'll be seeing like almost a symmetrical position.
Yeah, I mean, let's see c4 is for sure like 100%. Like that's, I mean, if we had any doubt about Magnus's intentions, that pretty much reveals everything, yeah?
Yep.
I mean, in fact, like white has to maybe be a bit more careful because their king is in the center. So black either goes here, or they can trade and then develop this bishop somewhere. Like, okay, let's just trade and attack something. Because I can't go bishop d3, right? Because you take, and then I might lose that pawn if I take with the king.
Right, so maybe rook he1 now.
Like that, yeah. So if I take, you win my bishop with a discovery.
Right, so if you castle, for example, and I can play bishop b3 maybe, or f7 is hanging, so I can maybe trade it like that. And
it's funny, but and then it gets a little sharp, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I have king f1 too.
Yeah.
But rook f8. Yeah, the other. There's
also,
bishop
yeah.
g4. So I cannot do it right away.
Also, probably bishop b3 or c3. There's b5, so probably this.
Bishop b3 looks solid.
Yeah.
And then I always have king
like
f1.
that, and then you even have king f3.
Oh, king f3.
Either of them work. Yeah. Okay. That's one way the game could go. What else? So, like, you can start with bishop e6, which basically forces this. And now what do we do?
King d2. Or not. Oh, f2 is hanging.
Yeah. Well, we can go here.
Yeah, bishop e3 too.
You take, I take. If you take, I go there, and I win the pawn.
Yep.
And if you don't do that, then I just play f3, and I bring my king there or there, and it's a draw.
Right.
Okay. Super exciting. Okay. Can we now move on to the other game? Let's go. Fabi versus Najat. Here we're seeing an actual game, guys. Okay. So the pawns came off the board. Bishop f5 happened. And you were, I think, suggesting the move rook to e1 here.
Wait, he did mother just rook hd1. Okay, let's figure it out.
Rook hd1. Wow.
Oh, just bishop f7 and rook c1. Or rook c1 immediately and then bishop f7.
That's a crazy way to play, though, right? I was just, why did he need to get himself into this line where he has to find these tricks?
Rook c1 first, yeah I think.
But, okay. I mean, I guess you are right, and he's going to prepare that discovery.
Going for the opposite color bishop.
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
so after bishop g6, you're going to take. And, I mean, still, I don't know why he, like, really went for this line, because if anyone's, I don't know, tiny bit better, I guess I would take black, because bishop is really good.
Yeah,
right?
But then f3, king f2, yeah?
Yeah, I guess we should neutralize that, right? But still.
Or bishop e5 and f4. Wow.
Bishop e5.
I like it better. Bishop e5 now.
Yeah.
And then
f4. And I still can't take your pawn, yeah?
Yes, and bishop is so good on e5.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like it's a strange way to play if you're trying to make a draw. But Prague did not take.
Yeah, he just castled.
Did he? Oh, okay, he castled.
And then bishop d3 happened. And then bishop
now,
e6.
Yeah, now it's going to kind of fizzle out. But okay, it's interesting that he decided. I mean, I guess there was no point for him to trade, because then actually white's a little better. Because white gets the d file, and they would contest for the d file that way, right? So instead, he plays bishop e6. Okay. So what's Magnus going to do here? The bishop is, I don't know, maybe is he trying to come here? Or that's not really a problem?
I think the king will just go to f1. F3 would be quite committal, because then the king will be cut out. I think just king f1 and then probably double the rook on the e file.
Oh, you know what I think is the best move?
Don't tell me it's b4.
No. I was trying to see if I can just go bishop e3. Because I mean, I'm trying to make a draw here, right? So, but I think he went king f1.
Yeah, king f1.
King f1, yeah. No, I mean, bishop e3, there would actually still be a check. And then if we go there, there's some thing like that.
Still okay.
Yeah, still okay.
Yeah, but not necessarily.
All right, he went king f1 off of the open file. Carlsen is studying the score sheet. He's like, it's been 16 moves.
Yeah, still needs to play another 13 to make the draw for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we can expect black's rooks to be kind of coming to the open files here. I don't really see anything that much more productive that he can do. And maybe he expects just to move the bishop back and try to get those trades on the d file.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally almost symmetrical position, and but I'm also curious what Praggnanandhaa will still be doing, because this is happening to many of us, when we're playing against higher rated players, and when they are choosing rather peaceful opening. Sometimes it makes us a bit relaxed, like, this is just going to be a draw. But then turns out, if we are too relaxed, there are still these positional nuances that we have to work on. And if you fail, it could be backfired.
Okay, so there is actually... Oh, sorry. So he played rook d1, right? And he played bishop d3. Oh, we have that on the board. And then he plays... Oh, no, king f1 is not on the... It is on the board. It is
on the board. King f1. And then rook f8.
Rook f8. That's the current position. Okay. So, white to move. Yeah, I mean, it feels like, Prague's position is a little bit more comfortable, right? Because white has been the one who's been kind of trying to make these simplifying moves, and not black. I don't really see much of a plan for white. Black control, like maybe, I was going to say maybe some pawn move.
b3.
I was going to say a4, so Magnus goes b3. Tries to block the bishop. I'm sure he'll play a4 when given the chance. Maybe he should have started with a4. So, if there's b5, there's bishop e4, right? Or what happens on b5, actually?
I think a4.
a4, yeah.
And then put the rook on e1 and then double the rook and something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Praggnanandhaa will do something like this. Probably just also push another pawn. Maybe the other pawn, like h6, for example. Or
Okay.
yeah,
he
put
just
the rook
his
on the center.
Okay, now stuff is going to get traded on the d file. So now Magnus just needs to figure out where he wants to move this bishop to offer a trade. Is bishop e2 sufficient? Bishop e2, bishop d4, rook b1. Yeah, I think then you're threatening to double up, right?
Yeah, just rook e1.
Oh, you went
Instead
rook
of,
e1 instead of bishop.
Yeah, because bishop is always standing better on d3.
I do like it on d3.
Yeah.
It's very nice and solid. Yeah, rook e1. Okay. I mean, I guess, what's the idea? He just wants to kind of put it somewhere here?
e2.
Two.
e2 and rook e1 or something. Or now even just put another rook on d1 is also another idea. And then pretty much wait.
Should we go take a look at Fabi's game?
Yes, I think we can have our first break soon, but let's but it's quite comical to play this position. Maybe bishop c5 is on the board, so it's a quiet draw offer here by Praggnanandhaa as well. Like Carlsen could just play
A rook back to e1.
rook back to e1, and they might repeat some.
I really see a lot of point to that, right? I don't see exactly, what we're doing, but that's another possibility to get some trades.
Yeah, many things
Right.
happen, and maybe bishop d6 even.
Yes.
You get a7, I get h2.
Bishop d6, well, then I take, then you probably still have to do a little bit of work.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a lot of work. You just go rook a8 and you take the pawn back. All right, well, how long do you think this game is going to continue? I think it'll be over within like half an hour.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah, within 30 minutes. Well, it depends on Carlsen's next move actually. If he's gonna he's doubling
double
the
up
ring.
the rooks.
Rook, yeah.
Doubled up.
So
here we go. He doubled those rooks. Oh, you know what it is? I think he's inviting Prague to just like attack his rook, and then all the rooks can come off the board. I think that's what that is about.
yeah,
What do you
that's
think?
possible.
I actually really like this as an invitation. Bishop d5, and then everything can get traded. Then it becomes even easier. Yeah. So I think that's what his move is really after. It's like an invitation for that to happen.
Right? Yeah, but here, how many moves do you think that black has just to keep the equality?
Oh, pretty much any move. But watch bishop d5 happen. Let's see. There you go.
Yep.
You see how we can read the players' minds, right? It's like the hidden things going on
Yep.
in these
And
moves.
all the captures on e8.
Yeah.
And up to king e8 later, it will be 25 moves. So they have to make another 5 moves.
Yeah, it's going to be way shorter than half an hour. Because now that the rooks are off the board, there's even less suspense, right?
Right. And maybe they just play the king moves here, king e2, king d7, and so on. Okay, but Carlsen is thinking, but it's likely that he will just take the rook on e8, or maybe not. Ooh, bishop f5, so he's not taking the last rook. No, he's not taking the last rook.
Oh, he didn't trade the last rook?
No.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
So bishop f5 is on the board.
Okay. Well.
So he wants to take and then play what? Bishop c8?
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so let's say we take. Is this even a threat? Hard to call it a threat,
Yeah, king e7, yeah. Just
Yeah, I mean, you can go b5 or you can go b6. Yeah, there's not really an issue. Okay, they traded the rooks.
Yep.
King e7, yeah.
king
I guess
e7.
there's no reason to go for this move, even though this should be a pretty easy draw as well, but
No need-
actually, yeah, that kind of damages your pawn structure, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no need to create a weakness of your own.
Yeah, king e7 on the board. So it's been 26 moves.
Yeah,
and
we'll stay on this until the end of the game, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
C4.
c4.
Okay. Bishop e6.
And maybe another trade, yeah?
Yeah.
Or maybe...
he'll definitely trade, because his light-squared bishop is not the best. He's going to make the trade.
And king takes,
king takes, and...
King d2 maybe. King e2,
stay on the light squares. Black will put a pawn here. Watch that be one of his moves. a6, let's watch that happen. Because he has to make 3 more moves. I'm willing to predict that this will be one of his last 3 moves. Not because he has to do it. But
h3 is on the board.
So h3 on the board,
I think Prague just play h5, yeah.
Okay.
Just put all the pawns on
I might be
the light
wrong,
square.
because he also can move that pawn.
Yep. Just put the pawns on the light square and then draw a grid.
Yeah, king e2, g6, well, okay, obviously we know that's going to happen now. g6 is on the board. And then he has only one...
No, it is already 30th move,
Okay, they just shook hands.
And they shook hands, so we kind of predicted the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not even 30 minutes, it was just 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'm glad we came back to catch this exciting finish. Yeah, we wouldn't have wanted to miss that.
Yep, so they spent pretty much just an hour and 10 minutes to complete the second game, which ended with another draw. So Magnus Carlsen will be playing the tiebreak tomorrow versus Praggnanandhaa, and it will be at 2 p.m., so 1 hour earlier than usual.
Yeah, well, I mean, the good news for chess fans is that tomorrow we're going to get a really good match. You know, obviously,